society, your parents, teachers, authority figures in society, they promote this idea that you should be a winner. You should be proud. You should be nice. You should be up. You should be happy. You should be positive. Don't be negative, sad, down, mean, ashamed, a loser. And what ends up happening is these ideals that nobody can live up to and are hypocritical because the very individual that's promoting them is doing the other side. These rules are promoted and projected onto you in society. And you are taught to repress the negative and express the positive. And for a certain period of time, you can put a mask on, you can put a pride mask, and you can express this side, and you can repress this side of you. And for a certain period of time, you can get away with expressing just the positive, happy, up, nice, proud, supportive side of you. That is until you become a trader and you get into the markets. And the markets are going to make you face the part of you that you're repressing. You see, when you go on the boom cycle as a trader, it resurfaces all your biggest prides and your biggest wins and your biggest accomplishments and happinesses throughout your life. And it makes you face those parts of yourself. And then when you go on the bust cycle, it resurfaces your greatest shames, your greatest traumatic experiences, your greatest challenges, the times where you felt most like a loser. And it resurfaces those parts of you that you're trying to repress. The reason why trading can be so difficult is because trading makes you face the parts of yourself that you've been repressing and trying to hide away, and that you're taught in society that you shouldn't express. So this is the moral and hypocritical trap that traders put themselves in, that if they want to be consistently profitable traders, they have to learn to break through. Just like the trader I was talking about at the start of this video, they expressed a certain part of themselves, the part of themselves that they were happy about, the accomplishments they've had in business and in work, and they continue to repress where they were a loser and when they had challenges and where they had volatilities, which was in his relationships and in his relationships with family, which is what we got to, although he wasn't willing to face that. That was something he continued to repress in his life. Until, of course, he started to face the markets. The boom cycle made him feel really, really, really good and elated because it was resurfacing the parts of himself that felt good. The market's just a mirror. And then when he went into the boom cycle, he was made to face the parts of himself that he held deeply ashamed of, and that he was embarrassed about, and that he had guilt and shame over. And the market made him face that part of himself. You see, when you take a win in the market, what's going to happen is, by association, it's going to resurface all these ideas you have logged in the subconscious mind, all the times you've won in the past, and how good that feels, and it's going to resurface. So you taking a win in the market isn't only you taking a win on face value, but it's also resurfacing those subconsciously logged associations in your mind. And this is why after you take a winning streak, it's very easy to become blinded to the risks in the market, because you've got all this dopamine and oxytocin flying in your mind, and you feel really proud over yourself and unconsciously your previous experiences, and now you can't trade with clarity. You force trades in the market, you over risk, you take trades outside of your plan because you feel invincible in the market. And so too, when you take a loss in the market, it's not you just taking a loss, but all these ideas of how you're a failure and how you're a loser and things you're embarrassed and feel guilty about and ashamed about, they resurface and you're made to face those. This is why trading is so difficult, because you're made to face both sides of yourself, your greatest hero and your greatest villain, your greatest pride and your greatest shames, your greatest infatuations, your greatest resentments. The parts of yourself you feel most proud of and happy and accomplished by, and the parts of yourself you feel most guilty for and ashamed of. And the market won't let you escape those two things. And the greater and greater you scale up and the more you want to make from your trading, well, then the greater degrees of pride and shame you're going to have to face. This is why consistent profitability is a game of self-mastery. Learning to integrate the parts of yourself so that you can come to the market unreactive and stick to your process and stick to your plan.